Welcome to your Tech News Today, where we keep you informed and empowered by giving you the latest tech stories that impact your daily life. It's Friday, March 1st. I'm Mike James. Coming up in just a bit, a popular new app your kids are probably using just paid a record fine for collecting kids' information illegally. Then there's a viral internet challenge from last year that's back, and it could put kids in danger. Plus, you're not going to believe how easy it is to build a killer drone. It's causing big concern. Plus, how one 12-year-old built his own house. We'll get started in just a moment. First, we'd like to recognize our partners who help make these Commando podcasts possible. We start with TikTok, the really popular app among teens. Just yesterday, we told you that they passed and crossed the billion download mark worldwide. It's not all daffodils and rainbows, though, because now the owner's been fined for collecting kids' data illegally. And not just any fine, it's a record civil penalty. They've agreed to pay $5.7 million to settle a child privacy case with the U.S. Federal Trade Commission. They were accused of collecting personal information from children under 13, things you're not supposed to collect from people that age without parental consent, like names, email addresses, phone numbers, and photos. And the FTC says the parent company was aware that a lot of kids were under the age of 13 and that they received thousands of complaints from parents. After admitting to it and paying the fine, TikTok says they've now implemented changes for younger people in the United States, adding a separate app with extra safety and privacy protections, and they say personal information will not be shared. I mean, really, you can't go around collecting data from whoever you want. Everybody knows that. What do they think they are, Facebook? All right, this past week, there's been a lot of trouble surrounding YouTube and their lack of being able to keep pedophiles and questionable content off their site. Well, if you need another reason to get your kids off YouTube and keep an eye on their other social media activity, there is a viral challenge making the rounds. Again, the Momo Suicide Challenge. The meme first popped up in 2018, showing up in social media and in some video games. Now it's back and spreading worldwide. And police are warning parents about it. Hoax or not, this one is really bad as far as viral challenges go. When kids see this challenge on Facebook, hidden in animated videos on YouTube or elsewhere, they can choose to take part by contacting a stranger primarily through WhatsApp, the Facebook-owned messaging app. Whoever it is, they call themselves Momo and use a creepy image of a half-bird, half-woman with bulging eyes as their avatar. Children are then encouraged to complete various tasks like hurting themselves, and they want photographic evidence to make sure the kids follow through. If they don't complete the challenge, kids will get threatening messages that say they'll be cursed with an evil spell. When they do finish the task, Momo tells the kids to kill themselves and record it for social media. Wow. So parents, help stop this from continuing to go viral. If your child has WhatsApp, check it out. Block numbers if you have to. Even if it's just a hacker messing around, this disgusting internet challenge could still be a real danger to kids. Just ahead, there's new concerns over how easy it is to build a killer drone, and a phone hacking tool often used by police has made its way to eBay. Right now, let me tell you about our partners at Robinhood. Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission-free. Plus, there's no account minimum deposit needed to get started, so you can start investing at any level, like $10. The simple, intuitive design of Robinhood makes investing easy for newcomers and experts alike. View easy-to-understand charts and market data and place a trade in just about 4 taps on your smartphone. Also with Robinhood, you can learn how to invest in the market as you build your portfolio, discover new stocks, track your favorite companies, and get custom notifications for price movements so you never miss an opportunity to invest. Robinhood is giving listeners of Tech News a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help you build your portfolio. Sign up at money.robinhood.com. I did. I love it. I've actually gone up about 10% already. Again, sign up at money.robinhood.com. Money.robinhood.com. Well, I'd like to believe that we're done talking about YouTube for this newscast, but it's not going to happen. They just can't seem to get it together. It's not just the kid stuff they need to deal with. They're also being accused of making it really easy to build killer drones. How simple, you ask? Well, experts told The Sun in the UK that it's terrifyingly easy to build a drone that can identify targets and fire on its own. A Pentagon defense expert and ex-U.S. Army Ranger said it takes only seconds to find all the software and hardware you need to build your own weaponized drone. For instance, there are apparently hundreds of YouTube videos showing how to attach various guns to drones. And you know what? It's legal, completely legal for you to build and fly a weaponized drone on your own property here in the United States. And get this, you can even download trained neural networks for free. That's what allows the drone to decide for itself what it wants to shoot, with no input from you at all. Yeah, reassuring. And some say that governments really need to start planning for the possibility of these kinds of drones being used in terrorist attacks. We've already seen how easy it is for drones to go where they shouldn't, like airports. Well, now YouTube says they remove content that tells people how to modify a gun to make it more dangerous, but if the way they're handling the latest problems with viral suicide challenge and pedophiles, I wouldn't put a whole lot of trust in that. And you can get a whole lot of other fun, quote, fun tech online. Like, say, the phone hacking tool that's a favorite among law enforcement agencies around the world. Go looking for them on eBay, and you can score one for as little as $100. Yeah, a forensics gadget made in Israel called the Celebrite UFED is used by government agencies around the world to hack iPhones and Android phones. They're meant to extract data, lots of data, even if you thought you deleted it. Forbes says it's been used by the FBI and ICE. But here's the problem. When pick an agency is done with them or decides to update to a newer model that'll hack more modern phones, a lot of them aren't sending the devices back to the company. Instead, Forbes says they're being sold online without even wiping the data first. So not only can people potentially use it to hack other phones, they can also go poking around to see what police have been looking at. Now, of course, the company that makes the UFED isn't too happy about it. They're even sending a reminder to their customers to send those units back for proper decommissioning when they're done. So here's a message to all law enforcement agencies using them. Stop making it easy for hackers to get their hands on one. And for law enforcement agencies that don't have one yet, why spend $6,000 to $10,000 on a brand new one when you can just head over to eBay and click the Buy It Now button and have it at your doorstep in days? Okay, you might be needing a vacation or maybe a year's worth of vacations. Then how about 12 months of free flights? Well, the tickets are free, but it will cost you. JetBlue is going to reward 3 people and a companion of their choice a year of free flights to any of 100 destinations if you say so long to your Instagram photos. Easy enough, right? All you have to do is delete or archive your Instagram photos through the contest deadline, which is March 8th. Just clear the whole feed, and then it becomes a bit of a digital runaround. After your Instagram account becomes a blank canvas, you take a picture that shows what you love or where you want to go, and then upload it at jetblue.com/AYCJ. But wait, you're not done yet. They're going to make you work for these free flights. After you've uploaded the photo, download it with its new custom frame and then post it to your Instagram account. And then you've got to tag JetBlue with a special hashtag. So what's up with deleting your past life on Instagram? JetBlue wants a clean slate for you to share all the new photos of places their airplanes are taking you. Basically, you'll be their new influencer. But you'll still have to pay taxes and those big baggage fees. They said you can fly for free, not your extra clothes, though. Coming up, the makers of a new floating home say it'll withstand a Category 4 hurricane, and a 12-year-old boy wowed some physicists with his potentially dangerous creation. Right now, a quick thank you to our friends who help make these podcasts possible. All right, how much is it worth to you to ride out a hurricane in style? It's been a rough couple of years for hurricanes, and that got one architect thinking. Back in 2017, he and housing startup Arkup put together some plans for livable yachts. Not just any yachts, ones that are hurricane-proof. And it's pretty cool. They've got a hydraulic system that can raise them 20 feet during a surge, so cross rising waters off the list of things that can destroy your house. But they also withstand up to 156 mile-per-hour winds that come with Category 4 hurricanes. And no power? No problem. Solar panels on the roof mean these yachts can run completely off the grid. Although they're dubbed yachts, they can be built on water or land. They are big, too, more than 4,000 square feet. Now, they're not just plans anymore. They're real and debuted at a yacht show in Florida this year. Here's the price. Well, you better have saved up some money over the years. $6 million it's going to cost you to ignore that next mandatory hurricane evaluation. Good luck with that. Think about the typical kid. They come from school, they go to the kitchen for a snack, then they might go to the room to play some video games or glue themselves to their phones. Or maybe they'll spend some time building a working nuclear fusion reactor. It's true. A 12-year-old boy achieved atomic fusion in the spare room of his house in Memphis. And once he made up his mind he was going to build one, he turned a spare room into a lab and went to work. And get this, over the course of about a year, Jackson Oswalt got just about everything he needed for the reactor on eBay. $10,000 worth of things like various vacuum parts and pumps, funded by his parents, of course. And a lot of the work was trial and error. Now, most parents don't have to worry about their kids being exposed to high levels of radiation at home or the risk of being electrocuted by 50,000 volts of electricity. But they did trust him, and it did pay off. He achieved fusion just a few hours before his 13th birthday last year, and it was verified by an online forum of amateur physicists. Talk about an overachiever. Jackson is 14 now. He's believed to be the youngest person to ever build one, definitely in America, but maybe even around the world. A previous record of youngest to ever create a working nuclear reactor was 14-year-old Arkansas boy about a decade ago. Nope, this isn't your typical science fair project of soda bottle geysers and baking soda volcanoes. Just a nuclear fusion reactor with a plasma core. Yeah, I think he's going to win the science contest. By the way, once you're done listening to Tech News Today, do us a favor and give us a good rating wherever you do listen. We appreciate that. It helps us find more listeners. And finally, for today's Commando Kicker, we've talked about some of the big announcements that came out of Mobile World Congress in Spain this week. More folding phones with more cameras, things like that. But there are some other creations not getting a whole lot of attention, like the pen that draws a precise straight line, like we told you about yesterday. Now I got another one for you. It's an anti-snoring device by a company called Godsome. It's not a great name, the nasal breathing maker, but it is basically a strap that keeps your mouth closed so there won't be any snoring or talking in your sleep. For more fun and interesting facts, go to Commando.com and search for the Commando Kicker. And that's your Tech News Today. If you enjoyed it, thank you again for listening. Check out our other podcasts like Commando on Demand, where Kim takes an in-depth look at the digital technologies that affect our daily lives. That's Commando on Demand. It's at podnet.com or, of course, on your favorite podcast player, Android or Apple Podcasts. Just search KOMANDO. We'll see you tomorrow.